Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Thrifty and Slippy show. No. Are you upset when I say that? Are you? Are you mousing out? Oh, here we go. Welcome
No,
to
I'm
the
here.
Slippy and Thrifty show. I
How
am
we all
your
doing?
host, Thrifty, and above me is the one and only slip joint tattooed man, sack lover Sawyer. How are you doing, sir?
Excellent, because we finally made it to episode 69.
That's right.
We can just stop after this. Like, we'll just do this one episode and then just that'll do.
Yeah, so can we just go ahead and
I've got a good idea, right? Every episode from now on will be 69, part 1, part 2, part 3. So it's always episode 69.
69.1, right?
Yeah,
69.2.
69.2, 69.3, yeah. And then we can get to 69.69, and then we have to start 69, 69.1.
Oh, okay. Just go up to 69 and then put another dot at the end.
Another dot, yeah.
It's going to be rather confusing when we get to 69, 69, 69, 69. I think we'll get that many episodes.
669, 69.
Let me show you what I think of that idea.
That concludes today's program. Okay. See ya.
All right. Base numbering. That's right. Eric's got it. We can't count much higher than 69 anyways. We're going to have to stop pretty soon.
I can't count to 10.
We're getting to triple digits, man. I start having issues counting. What are you doing?
We can just start again. Just start from 1 again.
Just start all over. No one will notice, right? They'll just think it's a new program.
Yeah,
because they never watched it to begin with.
We'll just change the name. We can just go. We can just put it to the Thrifty and Slippy show episode 1.
The TNS show. Yeah. They'll have to change all the damn T-shirts and stickers.
Just
okay.
Switch each other around.
Oh, by the way, you guys can't blame me for his.
Just look at it in a mirror.
His connection is crap today because the wind is blowing.
Bad.
That's his excuse. The wind is blowing.
Literally every time it's windy is.
So his hamster's being blown away. It is not my connection. Mine is solid.
At least something's being blown.
You mean like those full-throated reviews that you give?
Yes.
Huh. All right. Moving on. Afternoon, folks. I'm going to do a roll call first of all. All right. How about that? Does that sound good?
Go on.
All right. Let me get a roll call out of the way. Got Marco, always the first, and probably isn't even in the room anymore. Angelo, Mrs. Naked Sean, my favorite not naked person, right? Because she has to stay clothed. Because he's running around the house. Right?
Right. I'm confused.
Well, if he's running around naked, she's got to be clothed.
Why's she got to be clothed?
Well, I just don't, otherwise she's going to get harassed every day, every bit of the day. Right?
Well, fair. Okay, good point.
I guess. I mean, unless maybe I don't even want to presume, but she's what? What have I started?
Always naked.
Well, all right. Never mind. What up, Blade Addicts? Kathleen couldn't stay, but wanted to say hello. So, hello, Kathleen. Sorry you couldn't make it today. We got Pepper Dingo. How you doing, Peppered? We got, I've been practicing. And I think I know the trick to saying this now.
Oh,
you just got to raise the tongue to the top of the mouth. Check. That was pretty good. You have to admit, that was pretty good.
Yeah, nailed it.
I'm proud of myself.
Moving on.
You know how many times I practice in reality? Booger McGee. Hello, Booger. Hope your boogers are doing well. We have Slip Joint Sawyer. Never heard of that guy. New to the room. How you doing?
Hello.
Welcome. Sean, 3 times. He said hello to everyone, then to me, and then to Dingo and Slippy. Bladen Wells, that would be Tony. You've met Tony. I saw a picture of Tony. Now I know what Tony looks like.
I have.
He seems like a real nice fella.
He is. You gave me a real nice sack.
Yeah, he did. He probably didn't know how much it was worth when he handed it over either. Tony, you messed up. Tony, you messed up.
I won't be selling that. That's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that was extremely rare
won't be going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. You could have just given him a classic SD and he would have been happy.
Literally.
Let's see what else. We got Eric Starr. How you doing, Eric? Tape measure, Eric. He's very crafty with this.
Oh yeah, he made that knife. I'm sure he sent it to Randy. I haven't watched that video yet. Dude's
got skills. Neil D. How you doing? Frank Olivo. How you doing, Frank? Always good to see you, buddy. Got Gordon Vanderville. Hello from Northeast Indiana. And what else we have here? Will Wilson. How you doing, Will? Over in the UK, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Will's just recently quit smoking and he's still going. So,
congrats, Will. That's fantastic.
Well done, Will.
Fantastic. What else we got here? MB, Mark. How you doing, Mark? Looking forward to having Mark on after the Sharp Show.
Yes.
It's going to be his first appearance on the show. Hope Mark's looking forward to that.
Sunday the 3rd, I believe that is.
Yeah, coming up.
Show's on the 2nd, yeah.
Less than a month away now. We got Sam the Silencer, our moderator, in here. Says, old knives for an old man and an old soul. Yeah. You got everything right there except for the old man part. I'm young.
That was the only right part.
Oh. Who else? We've got Burr Free. How you doing, Burr? Good to see you back in here. Glad you came back. We didn't scare you away. I think that's everybody. Prop Blast. Always good to see Prop. He's a long time live viewer. He came in some of my earliest lives.
The OG single lives.
I remember him being some of my earliest lives. Whenever Sam the Silencer was known as Benchmade Bro or something like that. I don't know. He's changed his name so many times, more than Cheeto probably.
That's not possible.
Yeah, it is. He's done it. He's done it. But we're looking forward to seeing Cheeto later. Hopefully he'll be in here.
Burfree's back from a 2-week med cruise.
Say that again?
Burfree said he's back from a 2-week med cruise.
Med cruise? Well, I'm sorry.
Prop Blast remembers when it was black and white.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was for a moment. We got Dwayne Letterman popping in, Leafy Wiggy, Midnight Crisis, all just popped in. So hello, guys. Dwayne Letterman. So, yeah, let's go on with the news here. You guys interested in some of this good news this week? We have some pretty decent news. So looking forward to telling you guys about what we've got coming up. But first, we must play 2 things. We've got to applaud our members for coming in today. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you all. Why is it that every time that you restart the stream, it wants to put on the loop again? That's not me doing that. That's just the idiot software.
I think it does it to you on purpose.
You know who we're going to miss this week?
Tiger.
Yeah.
He'll be back very soon.
And Mikey decided not to join us this week. Mm-hmm.
Boo,
but
boo Eggman.
Some of us are actually excited about that. All right, let's get into the knife news.
Knife news. Stacy's Bolstered Blades has been a member for 2 months.
Thank you, Stacy. She is renewed. Happy to be here. Glad you're here as well. Knife news from Rough Rider. Good news, finally, from Rough Rider. Happy to say, despite what Martin might think, I do actually have positive things to say about Rough Rider Reserve knives.
Especially the Congress on the end. I really like that.
We've got a fat bottom doctor's knife now.
Now that I'm not so keen on.
Do you like a fat bottom?
Yes, but not on a doctor's knife.
Where do you want your fat bottom to be?
On a Barlow.
Oh, okay. Like a nice, large...
A big old swell end, basically.
Swell end.
A big old swell end.
All right. I kind of like it. I don't mind it. It's got a nice stamper on it. Maybe could have done without the triple R on there. I think they would have learned by now not to put the R on any of their knives anymore. But there you are. They're persistent, aren't they? They have great prices on these. I was shocked by how cheap they were at Chicago Knife Works.
Yeah. I had a quick gander. They are very cheap for what they are.
Yeah, very, very affordable. Then we have the large Barlow here.
I know Mikey Newman's going to get one of those because he likes a big Barlow.
He likes a long fellow.
He likes a long fellow.
I bet he does. Just kind of off this pattern because for the same reason as a large toothpick, just you're gonna have a really strong pull for me to want to buy one of those.
Yeah, and unless it's going to be like at least an 8 pull, I think it'll be kind of
Yeah. So I'll be one of the ones standing in the wings to see what someone else.
Yeah. Wait for a review on YouTube, and when it looks wet, you can be like, "I'm good, thanks."
Yeah.
I'll pass.
When I can see that it's got a pull like Arthur Wright, maybe then I'll snatch it up. Right. And I've already kind of shown this knife prior because they announced it earlier than some of these other ones, but this one's also pretty cool. 4-blade Congress. That one I actually really like, and might be buying that one. And there was one they don't have a photo of here. I put the mention of it.
Yeah, what is a cow leg peanut?
Well, I'm guessing it's just sort of bent, a little weird, like larger on one end and narrows. I don't really know. I've never heard of a cow leg. Dog leg? Cow leg?
I mean, it's going to be pretty special of a peanut if it's the same size as that huge Barlow.
How do you know that?
What the price, I mean, because it's the same price.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily consistent with size. But there you have it. All these are going to have D2 steel, obviously, at the Rough Rider series. Come with the tube, the cleaning cloth, and, some upscale packaging, I guess. But we're not done. We've got more. We've got the finger groove trapper.
Oh, thank you.
Get rid of that second blade. Leave it as it is.
Yes,
narrow
please.
it. And it makes the knife much more attractive. And you could have lowered the price. But as it is, it's not a horrible looking knife other than the horrible spade blade. So
no, the clip really attractive on it.
The horribility of the spade blade ruins it for me.
Yeah.
Then we've got the split back Whittler. Now all these are priced at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. They don't have these on Chicago. So I'd expect your actual price when they go up for sale on there to be considerably lower. But this is kind of more the prices I would have expected these to be. All right.
Sam has put in a link to showing the peanut.
Oh, it's up now. Atlantic Knife apparently has it.
I'm gonna click it and have a look.
Yeah, go get that, and we'll have a look at it. So while we're talking about it, but lastly, we have the Bowie fishtail, and this one I thought was going to be one of those, like the cheetah with the moving guard when you close it. No. That's a fixed guard, folks. That does not move.
Geez.
That does not move.
Okay. Ew.
It's got to be weird in the pocket, right? You got two little nibs poking at you. Little nibs poking at you.
just like nib, like right in your leg as you're trying to walk.
Just nibble
Exactly
you.
like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Before we go past this,
yeah,
I've got the dog leg. You ready?
Yeah, let's see it.
Cow leg. Okay, right.
Our
Present.
049 cow leg peanut. Let's see it. Thanks to Sam. Thank you, Sam, for the photo. That's not bad. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah. A little different. It does.
I hope it doesn't have blade wrap though, like a lot of the Rough Rider and Queen cheapy budget friendly sort of peanuts, because I know a lot of them did have blade wrap.
Now you can see this is probably more what you'll expect to pay off of Chicago. So about 37.
Yeah.
So you can save a little bit. About what, $6-7 over Chicago. But there you go. All right.
But yeah, I don't mind that. I like the blue.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. So what's next? Oh, we've got the semi-annual second sale going on right now over at Roast Crab Blades. So go over there and you can get some really nice deep discounts on the roast craft knives. If you were waiting on some of the ones that aren't available, they actually are available as seconds. So for example, if you wanted to get the Briar Patch Jack, I think you can get that in a second, whereas right now they don't have any of the first rate ones.
The Briar Patch is, I think it's really underrated. I love the Briar Patch. It's one of my favorites.
Right. But I don't know much longer that's going on, but probably at least another week, I would say. So head on over there if you want to get a good deal on a Rosecraft. Oh, and by the way, the ones that I've seen, like, they're super minor little flaws.
Yeah, they're really sort of picky. So they reject some that I don't think will even make it to the seconds, but even the ones that are the seconds, I mean, it's really, really minor.
Sometimes stuff. It's like maybe even like handles that don't match as well as they would have liked. Things like that.
Like one died really well and another one just kind of like, eh.
And this is a big news for this week. I've got up my merch site on the storefront now. You can get to this in two different ways. So let me explain. If you go to the main page and hit the store on the far right, it's the last of the little tabs there near the magnifying glass. It'll bring this up, and then you can kind of see, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 12 selections. But if you click the little blue area underneath there, like you see at the very bottom of the screen there, it'll actually take you to the spread shop site. Now, I've also provided the web address there at the top, but there is a bunch of stuff to choose from. I put up.
Yeah, you spent a load of time doing this.
I did spend a lot of time. I wanted to do it right when I put it up, and
so got some really cool stuff on there.
I've got 5 different styles to choose from, and I'll kind of go through those a little bit here. So you see the one on the left, that's the Slippy and Thrifty. I've got 2 designs of that, one with just the front design and the one with the smaller S&T and then the larger on the back. We've got the retro design with my old logo from like 2021. Got this new logo here with the sow belly. Let me make this large. Got the new design with the sow belly, and that's available on all kinds of different stuff. Credit to Sam for doing some of the modeling. No. That is not Sam. Then we got hats with the Texas logo, also with shirts with that same logo. And I've got all the Slippy stuff on there that I could muster up. And I think I have 2 styles of that, one with the small logo and one with the large logo. So all kinds of different ones to choose from. And got the current round logo as well, which you don't see on here. But head over there, and anybody who buys from the shop will help out the channel. I do get like a percentage of that. I don't know what it is, but a small percentage of that. So that will actually help out the channel. And also, if anybody buys the merch and then takes a photo of themselves in the merch and sends it to me, to my email address. You want to pop up the email address, Randy? thriftycanifit@gmail.com. We will feature you on the show in your merch. That would be awesome. All right, take it away, Slips.
So this is pretty much it for the UK knife news. I've been super busy this week, especially with the move going on. I know I've mentioned the Winter Magic 24 prior, but Covered in Bees managed to find a proper picture of it on, I believe it was Reddit, and this is the clearest picture of it. It's not yet released, but it's a Spartan. It's got these sort of like translucent Celador
Hamster
scales.
down.
There seems to be some sort of little keyring dangler, like they do with a lot of their sort of special runs. It's I'm not. We're both kind of like, I'm probably going to buy it because I'm a Victorinox whore, but John said he's not really that keen for it.
Yeah, I just prefer the Alox ones. You know, to me, this is just another release. You know, like you can get exclusives anytime you'd like, and then just because it's a Winter Magic's exclusive.
No,
I don't want to pay the extra premium on top of that for it. You know, I don't know.
No word on the Swiss Spirit 24 yet. As soon as I hear anything, or if anyone hears anything, it'll get shared in Discord and we'll bring it here.
Right. That's the carved one, right? They always have the carved, or you know, it's wood.
It's always some sort. It's always wood, or well, it's not always wood. It's because Swiss Spirit 2020 was a cadet, but Celador, and it had white scales, but it had like not etched, but it was like raised design on it. So it's always like a textured design, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But actually, while we're on the point, that's a really good deal on the Victorinox website. It's only £40. It's a cadet with Celador scales, and honestly, that extra bit of thickness makes it fantastic.
Oh, okay. Well, good. We got that mentioned up. All right, but that takes care of the news, guys.
Hello, Mr. Egg.
We're gonna have hello, Mikey. We're gonna have Slippy start off the show today with his old knives. That's the topic. We're gonna be showing old knives. We got the longest member of the channel. We got to give that a massive shout out and applause to Mr. Byron. He is 100% the longest member of the Commando Club.
I miss 2024 Commandos Club? Cold hops, wet tops. I mean, I missed that. I want to be in on that.
And a little bit of an applause there to Stacy, too, for renewing. Yeah, did you want to see some of the merch really quickly again? Yeah, just give you a real brief overview of it again. Pop that back up there. There's some stuff. T-shirts, mugs, magnets. Like a, what do you call it? Like tumbler type thing too. Stickers. All kinds of stuff. Make sure you check it out. There's a lot of good stuff on there. All right. Off of the screen. All right, so you wanted to kick it off? What are you going to start with?
I'm going to start British, I think, because the majority of my older stuff is actually British, because I've gone down a sort of a rabbit hole with it. So yeah, this is one I actually received yesterday. It's a George Wolstenholme British Army clasp knife, and it's in absolutely superb. Look at the fit and finish on the springs of that. Big old marlin spike, nice bail on it.
Mm-hmm. You know what you could use that marlin spike for? Is to go out and use some rope and tether down your internet so that your hamster's not dying. And that concludes today's program.
But blade's in excellent shape. And then you also get this isn't the oldest style. You also get one without the cap lift lifter, but this is how the cap lifter and the bottle opener, and it's stamped 1946. Can't really make that out very well, but it says 1946 here.
Yeah.
And I believe it or not, this is the first one I've ever had of these. I've always seen them, and they've been sort of overpriced or reasonably priced, and the blades are always like really whittled down. By that I mean it looks like they've been put into a pull-through sharpener where you get like the big bow in the middle of the blade down here. But this one, I paid 30 for it, and it's a Wolstenholme, which is at the moment is my favorite British brand, old brand anyway.
That's blasphemy.
Why is it blasphemy?
It's such a good relationship with Ashley Harrison.
For old stuff.
You didn't qualify that. You just said British brand.
Wolstenholme is my favorite. New stuff, Arthurite, all day.
Yeah,
okay, well, that's what I meant. But really nice carbon steel on this. The snap is fantastic still. Like, especially on this can opener. Like, crazy snap on it. One thing I will say, though, if you do pick one of these up, the springs snap really easy. So be careful with it, especially for the age as well, because it's carbon steel springs. So this one, for me, is going to be in the safe. Well, the safe queen slot. Anyway.
Can't use it. Well, I don't know if I'd want that.
Probably use it.
I don't know if I want to carry that.
Carry something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to carry that.
It's really nice in the hand. It's comfortable. You got a little pry bar at the end here as well.
What do you got? You got like
really practical.
You got like 6 ounces of steel that you're never going to use.
Yeah. It's not exactly the lightest knife either. But yeah, that's going to be a favorite. My Wolstenholme collection is rapidly growing.
That's really cool, though. Were those ever Navy issued or anything like that?
They Navy, Army, there's all different types. Obviously, this one would be, obviously, it's got the Marlin spikes. This will be like Navy. But there was an Army one which didn't have the Marlin spike. It was just a jack, so it was just like this.
Okay. So
loads of different ones.
Do the tangs on there say that they were made for His Majesty?
Don't think so. Just says Wolstenholme Sheffield on this one.
No, okay.
But the best person to ask for that is actually Will Wilson, because he's a big military guy.
Military, okay.
Yeah, he's got a massive collection of stuff. Some of the things he bought to that camp out we had was mental. Like, he had some really cool stuff. Okay, Will's confirmed this is Army. So this is British Army.
British Army.
British Army. Thank you, Will.
There we go. Thank you, Will.
And someone said, am I doing it from my bed? I am. I am currently recording this from my bed because I'm in the middle of a move and I have nowhere else to sit. Unless I want to sit on my floor.
He's on his mommy's bed.
What?
Did you catch that?
This is my bed. Yes, I heard it.
This is mommy's bed.
It's my mommy's bed.
Show the top of the bed. Does that look like something that Slippy would have on his bed?
I can prove. Look, there's knives. It's my room.
Yeah, you just moved those in there today.
Shut up. I don't care anyway. I'm 33. I'm way past caring.
He gets it from his relatives every time they visit, don't you? They come in like, when are you going to get your own place? When are you going to get a girlfriend? When are you going to cut your hair?
Yeah.
All these things. Yeah. I feel bad for you, but I'm glad you're moving, though. You can have a bigger spot, right?
It'll be good.
Okay. Have a much bigger place
my room will like quadruple in size, so I'll have way more space.
Right.
Yeah. Place for work, place for YouTube, loads of room. Everything. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. I actually took Buster there for the first time today. To sort of just, we were going around measuring for the new kitchen. And this is way off topic, but we'll just carry on. And the way it's laid out, he can actually run a lap around the inside of the house. So the hallway goes into the front room.
Well, you know what the problem with that is, though? I can tell you right now.
Go on.
He's going to wear the carpet out.
Laminate floor.
He's going to wear the laminate out.
We don't care. We don't care. But I was chasing him round in a big circle. He was loving it. He was absolutely knackered afterwards. It was so good. He's
going to be Buster balls up every chance he gets.
But yeah, he seemed to like it. He was in every room. He's going to be all over it. But I thought it was great. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Mrs. Niggershawn says more knives. I'm really sorry.
Looking forward to the happy dog running around the place.
Yeah. So in honor of Mrs. Niggershawn, I will show a knife. I'm gonna go. Oh, go on, John. Go on, what do you got?
What's this?
That's the Whaler.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 71 Whaler.
I have a whale of a good time with this one. Well, I did until I dropped it.
I'm trying to show more knives. I'm sorry I talked about my personal life.
I like asking and Slippy about his things.
So the year, am I correct in thinking 71?
Yeah, old as I am. What do you think of
This
this
is also as old as you.
wood handles?
I love the wood on that, how pocket worn the wood is on that.
Pocket worn wood.
I love the fact there's a bit of the wood missing as well. I think that just makes the whole knife perfect.
Yeah. Worn out wood.
Let me bring you up full. Let's have a look.
All right, if we must.
There's got to be a pinned case shield for that age as well. Am I right?
It is, yeah. Can you see it well enough?
Just about.
Okay. And look at this hideous blade. Pull through sharpener.
That's
like
what I
you're
was
saying.
saying about the with the Wilson home is
Yeah.
why do people do it?
But it's got some nice teeners on it.
I would still use the hell out of that knife though if I had it.
Yeah. And next time that Andy does a sheepswood blade similar to that, that's what I want the swedge to look like.
Sam's got a comment for you.
What's that, Sam?
Nice recurve.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. But you know why I didn't straighten it? Why take off all that good steel just because some other guy was an idiot, right?
I mean, that's not so bad. If it was majorly like bowed, I would probably consider taking it off. But for that, I wouldn't. I'd just do exactly what you did and put an edge on it.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Pull on it, it's kind of weakened over the years, I'm sure. Doesn't have a fantastic snap anymore, but it's still firm enough. It's not going to close on you when you're using it. Nice long pull on it.
Honestly, as long as the pull's above a 5.5, I'm happy to sort of use the knife.
Look at the teeners on that.
That's like my 8OT teeners, black as black.
Oh, that's a favorite oldie.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Glad I picked that one up. And thanks to Randy for pointing that one out on eBay. I looked at it. I was like, man, it's not great shape, but it wasn't real expensive either. So I pulled the trigger on it.
That's why I like picking up the ones that need a little bit of work, because you get a really good deal on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to spend a bit of time working on the knife as well, and then it becomes a bit more specialty then when you've repaired it, so it's in a using sort of state.
Yeah, it's worn so much that like there's a step on the bolster.
The shield. Oh yeah. It's the same with that Wilson home I've got. The one that's pocket worn so much the shield sticks out.
It's kind of fun though. All right, what else you got?
I've also got a 1971 case here. This is, I believe it's Delrin. It's a medium stockman. This is one I got at Sharp Show last year. So we have the blade's actually in really good shape. So there's 9 dots, which you're probably not going to be able to see for 71. Carbon steel blades, it being that old. And listen to the snap on this thing for the age. Still really, really good.
I hate to go off topic again, but you've reminded me of something. You said you were going to maybe go to the doctor for your finger that you cut.
I've just sort of gone past that now.
You got through it. You're good.
Yeah, I got through it. I had one day where it was really bad, and now it's okay.
All right, good.
I think I must have just like banged it or something, but it was really painful for one day. But yeah, this is absolutely superb.
Right.
And I love the fact that someone has used it, but they've managed to keep all the blades still there. Like the pen blade still in really good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Sheepsfoot blade still really good. Clip point blade still really good. And it's got excellent snap on it too. Really nicely pocket worn. Put together absolutely superbly as well. The way case knives really should be. Look at the Delrin on that.
Did you catch what Blue Collar said about your finger?
Finger bang her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
It's unfortunate.
Sam said, have you been hanging out with Dan? Yes,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, me and Dan speak pretty much every day. And I spent the entirety of today sending him gifts. You know, the Take My Strong Hand from Scary Movie. I spent most of the day sending him those.
It's so cruel.
That's funny.
It's the most insensitive thing ever. But he's laughing about it.
Yeah, Dan's got a great sense of humor.
Yeah. He calls you the C word every chance he gets, though.
Oh, yeah. The conversation is not PG rated. It's
and
bad.
He sent you a couple of memes that were 100% X rated.
Yes. I had to pass them on to you.
They were not in SFW. Well. I couldn't even put them on here, even in the raunchiest of days.
No,
way past that.
He's a great. I think we should try and get him on before Sharp Show. Do you want to see if he can come on next week?
He can't next week.
Oh yeah,
we've got Eland, and we may have Annie on depending on when you get your knives.
I should get him this week.
Okay, mine are due Tuesday, so we should have that. I should have my my stinky pigs on Tuesday. Be looking forward to that.
Frank, what's your oldest knife?
My oldest knife's a Buster Brown. Did you want to see the Buster Brown?
Yes, I do.
All right, let me go grab the Buster Brown.
While you're doing that, so if you count a bayonet as a knife, which it isn't, I've got one from 1847. But my oldest thing you would probably call a knife, it's probably the Swiss Army knife I got from... No, it's not. It's the clasp knife. This is my oldest one that I can date accurately, but it's 1946. Rosecraft, no, Tony, you're wrong. They do the best names. The best names. Stinking Creek Sowbelly is the best name that any knife has been given ever in the history of knives.
Oh, calm down.
No, it's so good.
I've already renamed it. I already call it the Stinky Pig.
Stinky Pig. I said to Andy the other day, we're just calling it the Stink Hog. That's just what it's called from now on.
What did he say to that?
He was just laughing.
He said, doesn't matter what you call him anyway, because we're going to rename the damn thing.
It's coming out Monday, Sam, so it drops on Monday.
Yeah. So Buster Brown. I think this is like mid to late 30s. This old one. Missing the bail. It was probably a removable bail, obviously. Still got a pretty decent amount of metal left on the blade, main blade.
Oh, is this the one that was for a shoe place? I remember you telling me about
Buster Brown. Yeah. I've gone on and on about that story. I didn't want to tell it again. But basically, they made the ugliest freaking shoes for kids.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And if you had Buster Browns, you got destroyed at school. Absolutely annihilated by all kids.
So did you have Buster Browns?
I did. But not hopefully, gratefully, only in like preschool, before school was really
before people cared.
Before anybody even gave a crap about clothes. But if you came in there as a middle schooler with Buster Browns, oh my God.
Absolutely dead.
You might as well just, talk about bullying and why
come in.
Kids, that was like the predecessor to why kids come to school with, AK-47.
Oh God. Moving on.
I don't want to get too much into that, but I mean, brutality does exist in the middle schools.
Prop Blast is wondering if there's any Buck 319 ranchers, for example.
I mean, I've got that, but it's not my oldest knife. So I thought you guys want to see this old style can opener. It's not like it's not as old as Slippy's.
Really cool.
But yeah. Now I'm always confused. Like, how was this one used? Was this a side cutter or was that a top cutter? I don't even have a clue how that was used. Maybe somebody can explain.
Yeah, it's weird how they work. Like, I get the one on the clasp knife. That's kind of self-explanatory how it works. But that one is really
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how
Weird.
that works. I guess it would be a side cutter. I don't know. Yours is definitely a side cutter.
That one might be. It might just be that that groove on the top. You put your thumb in it,
Yeah.
and you just press it in all the way around like you're just pushing it in the metal. You're not sort of using it or any sort of leverage.
But wouldn't you have spilt all your soup by the time you had the can open?
Yes, yeah. Well, and then cut your finger on the can, and then there'd be blood in the soup, and then it'd be ruined. So yes, I completely agree that it would be absolutely destroyed.
Don't they call that Randy Stew?
Buster Brown. She's a scout knife made by Seneca Cutlery Company, 1932 to 1942.
Yeah, I was thinking this was like late 30s. Yeah, it makes sense.
That's really nice, though. I
Really
love the
cool.
wood on that.
Really cool. And I picked that up at an antique shop. I always complain that they don't have a bunch around here, and they don't. But when I go on road trips, I always like to try to stop by. And so
when me and Mikey get there in March, we're going to a bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, you're going to the show for 2 days. When are you going to have time to do anything?
In the other 5 days, I'm there.
What do you need to go to the show for 2 days for?
Because I
just to see everybody?
Yeah.
You're going to watch it, look at every booth.
No, the modern stuff I'm going to ignore.
Completely ignore all the modern
Completely ignore all the modern stuff. Not interested at all.
Okay,
I might graciously go to a few with Mikey because he likes moderns, but I'll whinge the whole time I'm there.
Well, you whinge every time we show one on the channel.
Boo.
Who likes 70s knives?
I like 70s knives.
Who likes black synthetic knives? I'm a fan.
I like black synthetic knives. I love these. You gifted me the jackknife, which is phenomenal. The Jig Delrin one, I love the Jig Delrin.
This is very similar to that one. Just black, right? 2 blades. Carbon steel. I think yours with the jack. This is the pen knife. Got one blade on each end.
Yeah. Booger McGee, that is correct. They are. So Frontier was the sort of the high end line, I would say, for Imperial.
For just a short period.
Yeah, before Frontier, it was Diamond Edge, which I
it's less line than just a series of knives.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. Like sort of like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Not like Rough Rider Reserve, because that's a whole line. Maybe like when Rough Rider do like the VG10 Steel, for example, that was like a higher end of their regular line.
Shall I break out the high focus?
Break out the high focus.
Be bothered with the lack of focus for a momentary while I focus into the close-up stuff. Anyway, that's a powder horn. We've talked about this.
Yeah, the colostomy bag shield.
I don't mind. See, this is why I can't show knives because everybody's got some opinion about them that it's going to be like it just breaks my will to want to show them.
That's what we're here for.
Just beat me down to the point I don't want to show anything. Isn't that kind of how it works? Yeah. All right. So the manual focus. Let's go here.
There
we go. How's that looking? Powder horn. Gunpowder horn. Anybody know about powder horns, when they were used and when they weren't? When they stopped using them?
They were used before 2024.
That's correct.
Griff, how's it going?
But I guess Frontiers, use long rifles and they use that. So Frontier. But it does say Frontier on there somewhere. Just kind of hard to make out.
The bottom in the middle.
But again, you get the long pull style. These were made by Camillus, or Camillus, if you want to say like other people.
You can't forget, or like, you can always tell when it's a Camillus clip point blade. It's the most obvious one to even pick.
Right.
You got that real heavy swedge on the front, long pull.
Yeah, but these were, I want to say, early 70s.
Yeah, that makes sort of sense for Frontier because the Diamond Edge was 60s and the very start of the 70s. So I'd say yours is probably mid to late.
Now, you said you wanted a jig one.
Yeah, I love the jig Delrin.
There's a jig Delrin.
So good.
Your Stockman.
Booger McGee said he has a 40343 blade Frontier. It was his late father's.
Awesome. Always good when you get one from a relative, right? It's more sentimental that way. Let me just pull out these blades. They're really nice looking.
Are you not going to pull them out on the camera?
Yeah. After I get them out, I'll let you see them.
Yourself while doing it, or?
I am definitely not going to try to do that with it up in the air. No.
Oh, it's the long sort of Skinner style clip.
Well, look how great that condition is. I mean,
it looks immaculate
compared to the other one, right?
It's almost new old stock, you'd say. You can. There's a little bit of blade scratch there, but very, very, very small.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't even know those are carbon blades.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there's a little scratch on it.
It's not even a terrible spade blade on there either.
No, it's not. Look how shiny.
It's really nice.
Really nice.
I don't know what it is about jig Delrin. I know it's only just plastic, but it just looks really good.
If it's done right, yeah.
Yeah.
It can look horrible if it's not done right.
Oh, yeah. If someone completely stacks it, then it looks terrible. But that looks phenomenal.
Let's take a look at another color they offered. This is the Neil Ivory.
I like this one too.
Now, this one's got a little bit of sun fade or discoloration. You can see just a little bit at the front there.
Not much.
Yeah. So this one's a little prone to some discoloration. Another Stockman. Really good shape. Brass just pops. Yeah. Same idea with the other Stockman. Really nice looking blades on this. Got a little bit of patina on that spade blade there, you can see.
This looks so good. I'm just sort of comparing that to the Camilla Spuck 301 I've got here, and it looks honestly identical.
Well, they did a real good job on this series. Absolute steals on eBay because they just they don't get the attention they deserve. All right, one less color. Let me go one more.
For the blade set.
Yeah, that's
absolutely identical.
Really, really close, right? And here's the final color, Randy's favorite.
Oh, the yeller.
Old yeller.
Prop Blast, I'm not reading out that comment. You know what you've done.
What has he done?
Used thing you would use for a sexual act shield.
Oh no, not that. That's what he thinks this powder horn is?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I actually really like, to be honest, I think it's just more the actual knife.
If I tilt it that way, does it make it look more obscene? Or what if I turn it like this? Hang on.
Sam says he's never seen one rolled out that far.
Are you okay over there?
Just laughing at Sam's comment. Took me by surprise.
All right.
I mean, it's fitting for episode 69.
Yeah. So here you go. 4 colors: black, the fake jig, the ivory, and the yellow. What do you think? Pretty nice.
For the price you say they are on eBay as well in the States, you can pick them up for really good deals.
It's hard not to buy. You know, and the
Eric says you could take those 2 shields and form a 69 with them.
Well, that's fitting for the episode, right? That's kind of what we're all about today. It wouldn't.
Right, as you showed some US stuff, I'll also show some US stuff.
Well, let me just show this because it sort of fits
Go on.
one other thing. The Craftsman, right?
The ivory.
Pretty much the same thing, right?
Camillus OEM for a load of companies, and you can see why they got Camillus to do them, because they've done such a great job.
I mean, let's compare, right? So you have that one.
Same frame, just different handle material and shape and shield.
Mm-hmm. And this one has the Sears only logo and not the Craftsman on there, which I kind of like because it's harder to find this particular kind. Most of them have Craftsman on there with Sears. So a little bit unique like that. Great snap on the blades. Yay.
It's a good one. I like.
Thanks to Warthog for doing the giveaway on that
really
one.
like the ivory. It looks really classy.
Hope Warthog's doing good. Haven't heard from him for a while.
Yeah, I hope he's doing okay. I know he was ill again for a little bit, but hopefully he's doing better.
Okay.
Well,
your turn.
Ready to see some more US?
Whatever you want, man.
This is a Cutmaster.
Ah, okay.
And this is sort of that sort of synthetic wood look on the covers. I mean, there's no fooling. It's obviously synthetic when you look at it.
Yeah.
But the build quality is really good.
Unlike your internet.
It's got a nice big bail on the back. It's not too doesn't move around too much, so you're not going to be worried about the blade. I'm not entirely sure why they bother with a nail neck on this.
Yeah,
it's a big hawkbill. Really great carbon steel. Got the Tang stamp on there, which is Cutmaster, Utica, New York, USA. And this is a hell of a rope knife, put it that way. Really nice carbon steel. It's actually in really good shape on the inside as well. It came really clean. Nice action.
Yeah.
But again, I picked it up because it was a bargain and it's USA made. I'm not normally one for a hawkbill or recurve, but for the price I paid for this, I couldn't say no.
Yeah. I want to welcome Horsehead Bookends in. Haven't seen him in a while.
But love the sort of staining on the carbon steel blade as well.
Got Jason Beecher, Griff.
Really good. One of my Jason, how's it going? Horsehead, welcome.
Griff, welcome. Who else did I miss? If I miss you, I'm sorry. Got Neil D.
Cutmaster. That's my only Cutmaster as well. That's the only one I've managed to find.
Dan Edwards.
While you were showing your Frontier, here's one of the Diamond Edge, which I mentioned was the sort of the line they did before the Frontier.
Right.
This was Imperial sort of like premium line at the time. Got jigged Delrin of the Diamond Edge shield, which is just like a DE with an arrow going through it inside a diamond. And this is sort of a two-bladed jack. There is a model number on there, but it's really hard to see because it's on as an etch on the blade. So this is the 350 stainless steel Imperial USA. And I wonder if you can guess, John, who made this. Looking at the blade.
Camillus.
Yes, it would be Camillus. But this is one that had a snap tip, so I did repair that myself. I think I did an okay job. Not the best work you'll ever see, but I repaired it myself. And it also has a pen blade on there too. Also stainless, which looks like it's not really been used, just scratched up a little bit. But the snap's really good. And this is sort of a 4-inch closed handle with it would have been a 3-inch blade when it was new, but it's probably about a 2.8 now with that bit that was sort of taken off at the end. But no half stop, cam tang all the way around. Matte strike nail nick is the only thing that's really different to the Camillus like made knives we've shown so far. You can just about make out that etch there. See Diamond Edge 352.
Yeah, just a little something there.
Yeah. So the model number is 352.
Okay.
But It's a really good one. Carbon steel springs, which is weird considering the blade's stainless steel, but
Right.
yeah, stainless Imperial Provenance USA from late 60s, I want to say. But really nice. Centering is pretty much bang on as well. Another really good one. Do you want to go again, John, or have you got one there?
Yeah, I got one here. This one not super old, but not one that is made in America anymore. Probably from the 80s, I would imagine. Maybe the 90s. And we have the LB5 from Uncle Henry.
That's really nice, that one. It's in great condition. For the
Nice
wood.
slender design. Yeah, it's probably one of those knives at the time get overlooked. And
Look at the light moving the colors in the wood when you move it around.
Probably overlooked a little bit at the time they were made.
I would say so.
And then, now everybody clamors for them. So they are pretty nice. Pretty nicely made knife at the time.
Yeah, 100% agree. I only actually have one. I've got 2 USA Uncle Henrys, and believe it or not, this is a trapper.
Trapper. Okay.
Again, another one with carbon springs, but stainless steel blades. And this trapper actually
Staglon handles, not to be confused with Stagalon.
Yeah. Stagalon.
Stagalon.
This is one that had a broken spay blade, so I did have to remend the spay blade, but I made sure to fix it the correct way by making it into a spear.
Was his name Jason? Friday the 13th. I love that.
Go on.
Staglon when it ages a little bit more than I like the newer looking stuff. I don't know what it is about it. It gives it more of a darker yellow.
Yeah.
And it's not quite so, I don't know.
Less creamy, more sort of like earthy, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But honestly, I love the clip point blade on this. I think this is really attractive.
Very slender.
Nice slender clip point blade. Schrade Plus, so it's stainless steel, and it's the 285 UA.
Hi, Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Mike, how's it going?
Paul, welcome.
But yeah, this is a really good one.
Paul says buenos noches.
Paul is obviously in Spain right now. España. But yeah, this is a nice...
You say your Spanish words about as well as I pronounced.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good.
Right. So don't get on me. I can pronounce Spanish much better than you. I'm not going to get crazy carried away like Judd does with the accented words, but all right.
Oh, Judd's something else.
Yeah, he tries to hawk up a loogie every time he says Navaja. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to get that carried away. But yeah, that's a nice one. I like Uncle Henry. I'm sure we should probably show more of those. But since we have a Brit on the channel and this Brit sent me this knife, I figure it's makes sense to show this. This is a really cool little jackknife. I don't have anything quite like this in my collection, so this was pretty unique. Glad that Slippy sent that. Synthetic handles.
Joseph Rogers, if I remember.
Correct. Look at the slender penknife on that thing.
So that one, when I had it in, is one I actually cleaned up because the patina on that was dark.
All right. You want to see a little more focused view on this one? It deserves it. You can see the Joseph Rogers on there. You can see the Joseph anyway. Not the Rogers, but the Joseph.
No, you can see Rodge. Yeah,
Rodge.
Joseph Rodge.
Rodge.
Yeah.
There we go. There's
It's a really nice. The snap on that I was really impressed with as well.
And this was made for His Majesty's, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit, got a little bit of that incestual vibe to it. There's a real good look.
That was a really good one. Really liked that one.
And look at the synthetic. That is synthetic, right?
Yeah, pretty sure it's synthetic.
It's just really dirty, like stained with Slippy all over it. There's your Tang mark, like a star and a cross.
I forget what they're called. I always look up what it's called, and I forget every time. I'm sure someone will tell us in the chat what it's actually called. Those marks.
Maker's mark.
No, like the star and the cross have an actual name.
Mm-hmm. Knife
No,
nerds will
Sam,
know.
it's not the chocolate starfish.
That sounds pretty accurate.
Griffith said it. The S6 point star and Maltese cross. 6-point star and Maltese cross.
Oh, okay, Maltese cross. All right, I was going to call it something else. But yeah, I really like the styling of it. It's
honestly, it's like a jackknife with a giant pen blade and then a long, thin pen blade.
Nice shape to that. It's just a cool knife. I like it. Good size for a fifth pocket, even.
Yeah, Griff is saying it's sort of George V era, so it's a real old one.
So maybe this one's older than the brown.
I would say so.
Okay, maybe so. I didn't know if with the synthetic handle, that would be something that was a little more recent.
It could even be bone. It could just. I don't know. I can't.
I don't either. I mean, I guess I could scratch it, find out. I don't want to do that though. But really cool knife. Really.
You know what I like about what they did about that though?
What's that?
The pen blade, the channel they've made smaller than the main blade. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they didn't extend.
You don't often see that.
Yeah, it keeps the lint from getting in there and stuff, right? So
yeah,
that's kind of nice. And you can see the springs aren't the same width either.
No, you get a small one for the pen, and a big old chunk for the main blade.
So they've done that. That's a cool piece, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Glad you like it.
Get my focus back.
While we're on the subject of sort of old Brits, here's another one that I actually got from Dan at Blade Bridge. This isn't, surprisingly, it's a Wolstenholme. Shocker that, right?
All right.
Little tiny sort of penknife, classic British penknife. Got the jig synthetic. Got like this steel bar shield in the middle. Nickel silver bolsters either side. If you don't show the old camp at the end, that it's here. It's here. It's coming, Tony.
Leafy wants me to scratch and stiff the bone.
But isn't that a very similar blade to scratch and sniff? I'll let it slide because we're episode 69.
I know it.
But isn't that a very similar blade shape to the one you just showed? Really nice, long, thin sort of spear blade. Of course, being a Wolstenholme, you've got oil the joints on the reverse. So never going to be able to see that on my terrible camera. But you'll all be pleased to know.
It's great advice. Oil in the joints.
Yeah. But I have ordered a new laptop so that I'll have a better camera and stuff. But that says oil the joints here.
How many knives would that have saved from idiots if they just stamped that on every blade?
Mikey's not commented the whole live apart from to say, love my bone scratched.
Thanks, Mikey. I knew when we started talking about old Brits, he'd show up. All right.
Yeah. And yes, Booger,
He's gonna get mad at me. He's like, "You're older than me. You're older than me." Yeah, love my bone screw.
Another one of my favorite sort of penknife style knives.
Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you, Sean. You know, I've got one similar to that.
You do. And where did you get that one from?
This man called Matt.
He sounds like a swell fella.
He is. He's got a swell.
Very similar. Shield's moved up a little, but it is pretty much
like
identical.
You like my old English knife? You must have got a heck of a deal to be handing these off to me.
Oh, I know a guy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing you didn't pay a ton. I mean, you like me, but you don't like me that much.
Oh no! They ain't dirt cheap. I paid a decent price for them.
All right, I'll give you $10.
It was way more than $10.
What's it? Okay. All right.
And that was a TW, I think.
For the lot, I thought you paid $10. Yeah, that's not going to help me. It's not working today.
I can see the art.
All right. I got to do the auto. I mean, I got to take it off.
I showed you the lot, and you said, I really like that one with the bar shield. I was like, right, yours done.
Yeah. That's correct. Oh, come on. Piece of junk.
It don't like you today.
No, it doesn't. Let's go back a little bit.
But you can see a British slipjaw, British penknife, they all pretty much have the same styling. It's always a main blade one end, a pen blade the other end.
You can just make out the eye there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a Taylor Eyewitness. So
very, very simple pattern. One's normally singular spring. Some of them do have two springs, but it's just such a simple design, but they're just really cool.
And at first I thought maybe this blade had been shortened a little bit, but then when you see it inside the channel, you know it hasn't.
Yeah, you can see it fits right in that sort of cutout.
Yep. So all good. Awesome. Another, kind of black synthetic.
Yeah. Very British, black synthetic. It's always like a jig. Yeah. Sometimes a shield, but it's always the same sort of layout.
I'd say I still prefer the brown jigging. Got this weird spot there where it's, I don't know if that's from use or what.
Weird that is. I know I was looking at that as well when it arrived. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah. Worn spot.
Maybe it got melted or something. I'm not
sure. It's probably where Mikey was rubbing, thought it was wood, but it wasn't.
Yeah. He
was
doing the scratch and sniff on the bone, wasn't he?
Yes. He was thinking it was bone. He scratched and sniffed and it's plastic instead. There you go. So thank you again, sir. Another old knife from Slips.
Do you want to see my current favorite old knife?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I thought that would be the one from your granddad. Okay.
Yes.
See how I step in and always correct you and you didn't realize it?
My current favorite to carry.
So he's got to requalify it right now.
How about that?
All right.
I know Griff's in here and he's been trying to convince me to sell it to him, and it's not going to happen. It's the Volsenhobe electrician's knife.
Oh, that one's a cool piece. Yeah, I've been carrying that one a lot.
Yeah, this
got the coolest file on it ever. Cool file. Wow, what a cool file. Great for primary blade as well.
Yeah, all the blade is still there. Doesn't look like it's been hurt at all. You got the Volsenhobe tank stamp, and you might be able to see. You can see the oil joints on this one a bit better.
Yeah, oil the joints. Save your blades.
Is it hamstering?
Oh, badly. It's boomeranging too. So like you'll all of a sudden go really fast for a couple seconds. Sounds like the hamster that's dying.
Here's the sort of the electrician's
blade at the same time. Alvin the chipmunk. Well, let's see the part I really like. There we go. Then we have to wait 4 minutes for it to show up. It's Hurricane Helene hit over there now. I mean, good Lord, what's going on with the internet?
I give up. I give up. I give up.
Hamster's on crack. Oh.
Right. Am I back now?
Yes, for now.
Right. Okay. While here's the file. Everyone look quick. Here it is.
Hold it up to the profile where you can actually see the edging in it. Come on. Turn it in the light.
Trying.
Now your hamster died again. There, we can see it a little better. Yeah. All right.
Trying.
We're growing impatient with your hamster.
I've just bitten the hamster off.
All right. All right. Well, let's see an old sack then. You've been dying to show an old sack. Show your old sack.
Oh, the knife. Okay. This is from Tony himself, Blade in Wales. He gifted me this when we went to like a pre-Sharp Show meetup.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen one of these before, and I was confused because I was looking on Sack Wiki and places online for an 84mm that had a saw and the same sort of tool configuration as the 91mm camper. Couldn't find a single thing. Checked with a couple of people, checked with Dan at Bladebridge Customs, and he knows one of those people that knows everything. And this is actually an 84mm camper. And I'm not sure why it wasn't on the Sack Wiki website, but managed to work out that it was 57 to 62, I think is the date of this knife. 57 to 62, angle punch at the front. And I have a question to ask Tony. He asked earlier on, how much was it worth? Tony, if you want to know, I will tell you. Do you want to know?
Of course he wants to know.
I'll wait for him to answer first because I don't want to just blurt it out.
So you're just going to ask one person if they want to know, and no one else counts.
And we have the five coil corkscrew. And yes, that's correct, John.
All right, Byron, thank you for coming, sir.
Little tiny clip blade.
Mm-hmm.
We have the standard sort of opening layer. Of course, you have.
Do I want to know? He's asking you now.
And then you've got patent on the can opener, which is never going to focus. It says PAT on here. Tony, I'm happy to share the information if you're okay to hear the information.
Do it while your internet's still working.
Blade. Jeez. Okay, so it's worth 250 quid.
250 quid, and you gave that away. All right.
But the best thing about it, though, Tony paid £5 for it.
Oh, is that all?
5.
Make sure you give him a $5 then next time you see him.
It's the old style timestamp.
Yeah.
But I did make it. I made Tony a custom Victorinox to say thank you. One that he was sort of saying he wanted. I've not heard of anyone making them a while ago. It's all. No, I've not heard of any, I've never seen any really old custom ones. I think it's just new. I'd say it's probably been done for maybe 10 plus years, but before that, I would say no. What do you think, John?
Right. I would say probably since the 90s. That would be my guess. It's a more recent thing, but I could be wrong.
Love this thing.
That's kind of how I viewed it from forums and things I've read. Just kind of get the idea that maybe they started in the 90s when that kind of thing. But I think you've got VCR resolution on your screen at this point. It's gotten so bad.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Go back and watch
John, show a knife.
the first episode of Star Wars in better quality. Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to have to run and get one after this. So let's start with this one. Since we're kind of on a little bit of a Swiss Army knife theme. I think I showed this one on Patty's show. We got a colonial kind of knockoff Swiss Army knife. These were called the Swiss Master series.
Is this the one where Victorinox were like, yeah, do something about
that? Yeah,
that?
You can't use that shield. We're going to do something about it if you don't stop using it. So they made them switch away from this. And this was actually the second iteration. First iteration was even more of a copy. And they said no. So, but this came from Colonial. This was their Swiss Master series. This was actually their first iteration. They had an actual series of them. And they gave them names, much like, Victorinox was doing. But their early one was just called a utility knife. And they didn't give it any specific name. But then later they did. I think they got rid of the corkscrew on this particular model because it was really flimsy and would break. See a lot of them with bent corkscrews because they're very thin. You can see how small and insignificant those things are compared to like a Swiss Army knife. They're really pretty light duty. And so, yeah, they got rid of them. Not near the quality of a Swiss Army knife, but they do have some pretty nice blades. I like the spear point on it. Pretty nice belly on the blade there. She's a little thick. She's a little bit thick. And we got older style all blade. I can't imagine that's very useful with that handle being all the way to the tip. Make it pretty hard to get it into anything, I would imagine. So just not the quality of a Victorinox, but I just figured I would take a look at one of them just to kind of see as a novelty. There's your can opener. And your cap lifter over here. Pretty much identical to, pretty close to Victorinox. Doesn't quite taper the same. Probably not as useful. Yeah, you can see it doesn't taper quite as well. But it's okay. I think I paid maybe $15 after shipping even. And this one was someplace, I think, and somebody can correct me. I've forgotten now. I think it might be Illinois this was. South Williamson. So advertising knife on top of it. And you can see how that's constructed. Got the rivet designs. And that bail is kind of larger than you would need. It kind of gets in the way. But anyway, just kind of an interesting knockoff of Swiss Army knife that was actually done by a more legitimate company. You see those China Star ones like all the time, those fake Chinese ones. This at least was done by, a brand you've heard of.
An American company.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to do it. May not have done the best job, but they gave it a good go.
Yep. All right, Matt. You go and then I'll go collect a knife or two.
Okay. So I have here I believe it's a 60s case fishing knife. Has the hook sharpener shield on it. Let me bring myself up, and then we can all enjoy the lag of me going all over the place. But yellow Delrin in really good shape. So you've got the no gaps at all on the back springs. This really, honestly, massive sort of clip point blade on this. But that's also in really good shape. And then we also have the fish scaler with the hook removal tool and the sort of the cap lifter. with a hook removal tool at the end here, the fish scaler cap litter down here, and then you have the pattern number, which is the 32, so it's 32095. And the action on it is superb. Like, it's like silky smooth. They really nailed this one. But the reason I think it's sort of before 70s is there's no dots on it. And I believe when I looked up the tang stamp, it's case XX stainless USA, and there's no dots at all to be seen. So I think it's sort of like mid 60s, but really like that one, especially in the classic yellow. But it is a huge knife. It's like 5.5 inches closed, I think. But for a fish knife, perfect for sort of filleting fish on the go, doing all that sort of stuff. It's really cool. But that's one of my sort of favorite case knives. And I don't really like that shape of a knife, to be honest, in general. We also have... So this is one that Blue Collar Knives will like. This is a Dutch army knife made by a Dutch company birth year. A Mayfa or Malfa AMFA 70 for the year. I'm afraid I can't get these tools out currently because my nails are destroyed. Opener here with the little nodule on it, cap lifter, and then you also have this really chunky style punch on the inside here. But it's made really well. Looks to have carbon steel blades, really nice spear point on it. And this was before Victorinox started making them for the Dutch army. So this was a Dutch company. And then I think it was in 74, I want to say, that Victorinox started doing it. They're all wondering if you fell down the stairs, John, after that noise.
No, the microphone fell off of the clamp.
Mikey said, "Who dropped the piano?"
Man down, man down. No, I'm good.
But this is a really cool one. Great action on it as well. Build quality is really cool, really good. Right, you got a few more, John?
Eric says Thrifty now broadcasting from the Titanic.
Oh,
yeah, I do. I got a little novelty piece that's got a little bit of a story to it. This is actually one that I had a slip made for it by J.O., if you'll remember. He took the original that I had that was all beat up and basically falling apart. The thread had come out and it was like just poking out the front. And so I had a little slip made up for it by him. I figure it would be a nice small project that he would have fun trying to do. And I was trying to bring myself up there. So yeah, just a little novelty piece, just a little miniature buoy. But it is actually made by Imperial, I think, or Colonial, perhaps. Which is it? Oh, Colonial. Yeah, Colonial. One of those two. Well, let me get the focus back on there. Good Lord. The thing is like somebody actually did try to sharpen this at some point. I'm betting it was probably a dull blade just because it was a kid's piece. And they probably never sharpened it. And you can see on there. Let's see what it says on the handle here. Can you make that out?
Pass color.
Let me see what it says. Burhold Pass, Colorado. So just one of those attractions, in Colorado, just a little souvenir piece. Yeah, but it's actually made by Colonial. So I thought that was kind of neat. That it wasn't just some generic looking thing. So cool little Bowie. So
a Bowie for Judd.
Bowie for Judd. Perfect. It's a longsword for Judd. There's the back of that sheath on the back side.
You did a pretty good job on that.
Yeah. Made a little snap, you know, a little pushover. Just cut a little seam in the leather. See that? So pretty cool. And boy, you'd have to have a small belt to have that fit. Another one, a brand that I really had started collecting for a while is the Saber brand. And this one's made a lot like some of the later Imperials and Colonials with the hollow shell covers. But this has got the imitation pearl on it. It's just a little jackknife.
That's really nice. I like the clip on that.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of a Barlow clip. English Barlow clip. And yeah, just the clip-on type handles on that one. What's that one say? Make that out?
Stainless.
Trademark? I don't know.
Can't see what it says. It says stainless.
Oh, Hong Kong. There you go.
Oh.
So this wasn't even made in Japan. A lot of the sabers are. Not this one.
It's really nice quality, though. It looks great.
Yeah. There's the saber mark. 625, 635. Can't remember. 635. All right. And then another saber. Just a little better quality on this one, I think. Yeah. It's your regular style build on it, but nice California clip on it. Carbon steel.
Very Simtia style.
Remind you of anything else that we've already shown?
Yeah, the Frontier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, synthetic on that as well. But these saber, you know, if you find the right ones, they can be really nice because you can get some of the bone ones that were made from Japan, but the Japan ones are the best made ones. But just have a couple of others that were not the Japanese ones. All right, you got another knife, or do you want me to go again?
I got another 3 knives here. Go for it.
All right. So, of course, old timer. One of the older knives I like to collect. This one's in really good shape. Original.
That's 80T sized, right? Isn't it? But slim.
Yeah, it's like right at 4 inches on the closed length. And this one's basically like new. Let's see if I can get the model number for you. It's the 81 OT.
Okay. Makes sense.
Right? Just the slender style 8. And there's your other 2 blades.
Another one on my list that I'll need.
Yeah, nice slender design. This one doesn't seem to get the play that others do. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just harder to get or what.
I've only ever seen you with one. I've not seen any others about.
Yeah. But really, really good condition on this one. Of course, they're USA made. Brass liners, carbon springs, carbon blades, saw cut tailrun, I guess you'd call it. And then the old hot dog, old timer shield that they have taken away from me.
Replaced it with the hot dog and all.
Yeah, now it's a hot dog and all. I don't like it. All right, you go, sir.
Okay. I will show my final British one. Another one of my favorites. It's a Wolstenholme, of course. I just fell in love with this thing because the clip blade reminds me of a Camillus clip. It's that heavy swedge, long pull. And this one is super pocket worn. Like it's gone so smooth that the shield is actually raised now. Kind of hard to see that there. But again, single spring, main clip point blade. You also get, a pen blade on there, which is got the strongest pull on the planet. But another really nice example. It does have an etch on the blade. It's very hard to see. It does say IXL. And then, of course, you have oil the joints on the back there as well. But this is a really cool one. Really nice carbon steel. I don't think it's bone. I'm pretty sure it is synthetic.
Okay.
See the build quality there.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. It's a really cool one.
Nice
slender
Yeah,
carry.
I was about to say really slender. Nice and slender. All right, I'm going to show one more. And then we're going to wrap this up. We got one from 1982. It is a novelty piece.
Well, that's nice.
And I know it's from 82 because
it says 82 on it.
It's from the Knoxville World's Fair. And it's got all the, things that were at the fair, the globe there. Being from Tennessee, you got like Daniel Boone on there, the mountains, some other things related to the attraction. The space shuttle was the new thing, so that was exciting, new. Situation with the space shuttle. And on like a native entity or something there at a campfire. But yeah, this is made by this is actually a Parker. And it's stainless, made in Japan. So it was an American event, but then the knives was made by Parker out of Japan. But pretty solid brass, pretty nice slender piece. It's got a nice snap to it. And
Parker makes some good stuff, especially the Japanese ones.
Yeah. Be a great little fit pocket knife. No problem using that at all.
Like it's a really like classy design on the shield, on the scales as well. It's not
it's not
tacky
bad.
design.
I mean, it's obviously relative to the event, and came in a little box. Might have been $10, real affordable. Seemed to be on eBay quite often. They must have had a lot of them. But 82, it's over. What does that make it? Nearly 40 years old. So pretty nice. Pretty nice little knife for as old as it is.
Definitely. I really like the covers or scales, whatever you want to call them, are just complete brass, which is really cool.
Yeah, I guess they were highlighting solar energy on there. That's what that says, solar energy. So, Knoxville, Tennessee, 1982 World's Fair. And then Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett on there. So, there you go. Tennessee lovers will remember that one if you're around back then. All right, you got one more?
I've got one more, and I'm going to end on a Victorinox because why not? Right. This is an Old Cross Pioneer. So by Old Cross, I mean it just has the old, literally just a cross instead of the new Victorinox shield, which went to this.
Ginger Fisher says he was
as well.
at
so instead of being
the
nickel
World's
silver,
Fair.
Awesome. So it has brass keyring loop instead of nickel silver. The middle liner is also brass. You can see that a bit better at this end. And it does have thicker blade stock as well. I don't know if you can make that out there. But all the tools have much thicker blade stock from the original Old Cross.
Right.
And blades in fantastic shape as well.
Unlike your internet.
Have the older style tang. Yeah, my internet is in terrible shape. Let me struggle and try and get these tools out with no nails.
Ah.
Okay, that one's out.
Girly fingers.
Okay, there we go. But look at the thickness, especially of the cap lifter. It's kind of easier to see compared to the newer ones. Much thicker blade stock on stuff. Even the punch is thicker. But red, obviously, really, really cool.
Got a question for you from Watch City.
They've made a lot over the years. They don't really do too much now. The colored A-locks is normally for shop exclusives. So like DLT will have green, blue, red. Other shops will have red. But this was an original Victorinox red on the cellar door. That's what they started with before going to the silver. But they do make different colors, but they're always going to be a shop exclusive rather than going to be just something you would buy from Victorinox direct. Unless you get the color of the year or whatever it may be. This year was brown. People didn't like it. I quite liked it. But they've done orange, yellow, green, blue, red, turquoise. You name it, they've probably done the color. But that's a really cool one as well. Really like this one. This one spent actually quite a lot of time in my pocket, and I like the fact that the A-locks has aged. You know, like the coloring is sort of chipped off. Adds a little bit of character to the knife.
Yeah.
Big fan of this one.
Reminds me of my Pocket Pal. Remember the Pocket Pal?
Oh yeah, that one's got some real nice patina on the A-locks.
Yeah. Thought maybe I could show it quickly, but it's going to take me a minute to find it, I think. Yeah. Where did I tuck that one away? Ah, here it is.
It's hidden.
Nah, not really. Just a dumbass that's trying to find it. It's put exactly where it should have been. But old and senile. There you go. Talking about
that thing's got teeners.
Got some teeners on it, doesn't it? Let's get that off of there. Pull this up. Have a better look. Really thin design, right?
Especially for all those 75s, the A-locks are super thin, really slicey.
Yeah.
Blades are in great shape, though.
Yeah, they are. Very sharp. That one's
Elan says, any guests next week?
You, Elon. Unless you cancel on us. Is he going to cancel on us?
No, he's coming.
Okay. So there you go. Some old knives. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you're going and check out the shop. Like I say, go over to the store, have a browse around. You're going to find something you like if you're into that. And I'm going to be doing some original designs for it too. Nothing, channel related. Just like some cool knife type shirts that you're not going to find anywhere else. Put my creative juices to the test and make up some new designs for different things. I'm going to do one where I have 9 knives, 3 across, right? And 3 down. And then I'm going to do 9 different knife patterns and make that into a shirt. So I think that'll be cool. That's just one idea I've got. So anyway, go check that out. You can get Slippy's merch over there. You can get my stuff, get the Slippy and Thrifty Show stuff. And I'm going to definitely be wearing one to the Blade Show when we go. And I think Matt's going to, he ordered something already, right? You got a hat and a t-shirt.
I've got a cap and I've got a t-shirt, but the S&T t-shirt with the small S&T here and the big on the back.
Big on the back. I got you. So that'll be cool. And thanks to Stacy for joining up today, and Byron as well. We appreciate all the support. And thank you guys for coming in today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks to our moderators, Sam the Silencer and Randy WSG. We love you guys. Appreciate your help. And we'll hope to see you next week. We're going to have Elon on. Elon Reese. Is that correct? What does he go by now? Elon Swoon?
Yes, Elando Swoon.
Elando Swoon. Yes. And nobody got banned today. Well, that's good. I'm glad no one stepped out of line. Good to see you in here, Check. I don't think I got to see you guys say hello to you, but there you go. And I guess anything else for us?
Nothing from me.
Okay. I appreciate you guys coming. And we can look forward to Andy coming on soon too. We're going to have the sow bellies, and we're all excited to show you those. Been looking forward to that eye for probably 9 months now. So yeah, excited for that one. And that one's going to be coming on Tuesday. So we'll have that for next show. Make sure you check out Patty and Pals. We're going to be talking to them about doing a Tuesday stream coming up soon, probably after October, probably be sometime in November. We're going to be doing a special episode with him. Since he can't come on Sundays any longer, we make it a concession to try to do a show on a Tuesday. It's going to be in addition to our normal show. So we'll just have a special episode on Tuesday. So look forward to that. But I think that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you check us next week. Again, we'll have Elon on, and we'll have lots of fun with him. And until then, take care.